What's up, guys? So this is just now the traveling portion of the beginning of my trip to New Zealand. Just finished packing all my stuff. You can kind of see it's like the three suitcases that I'm having, and then just my backpack is full of stuff. Thank you for joining me on this experience, and thank you for everyone that donated money to me. I truly appreciate it, and that helped me to be able to do this trip and have an amazing experience. So, just letting you know, this trip will be in two parts. The first part, so today I'm traveling to BWI, and then I'm traveling to LAX, and then on to Fiji, and then on to Fiji, on to New Zealand, which is Auckland, and then from Auckland on to Palmerstown North, where I actually will be. So the first part, so I'm breaking this vlog up into two parts. So the first one is of me going to LA and to Fiji, and then the second part will be from Fiji to Auckland, and then from Auckland to Palmerstown North. So thank you for joining me on this experience, and let's see how this trip goes.
Okay, guys, so I just wanted to fill you up on the last little portion of my trip. Um, so it is, well, Eastern time, it's like 10:46 right now. But right now in California, where I am, because I'm at LAX, it's like 7:44. So I'll be heading to my flight area not too terribly long. So I just wanted to update you guys. So funny thing that happened was, so I initially thought maybe I could go and check in my stuff, check in my bag and everything, but then I ended up discovering that the Fiji Airways doesn't open up all the time, so I wasn't able to go get, like, checking my bags, checking my luggage and all that stuff. But there's a USO here, which is for like military and retired and stuff like that. So um, I decided, I'll go over here. So I walked around and, misplaced and everything, all this stuff. So it was so complicated. But I finally got here, and that's actually where I am right now. Is I'm at the USO, which the airport's just right over there. You can actually probably hear airplanes in the background. But anyway, so where I left you guys was me just walking and stuff, and this has been kind of funny. So as I was taking out my bag, or taking out my bag from my first flight from BWI or Baltimore to here, like one of the straps, like on, like, not the main like shoulder straps, but one of the back straps on the actual front of the backpack snapped. So I had to, I was sewing and stuff, and I just fixed it, and for the most part. But I'll fix it once I'm in New Zealand, and everything. But so that was just crazy. And then finding here, it was crazy, and it's hot, and then now it's getting colder because it is California, so it's like the desert. So at night it gets colder, and everything. But yeah, so the next portion of my trip now is to go to Fiji. So I fly to Fiji um, today, well, tonight. So it will be like 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, but it will be like 11:30 Pacific time. So I just need to go check in. I was trying to do it on my phone online, and that didn't exactly work. So that was like, ugh, and everything. But oh man, it's been fun being in LA, and stuff. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been fun. This trip has been interesting so far. We'll have to see how this night one goes. Since that one, I'll be traveling in the night, and I'll arrive in Fiji at like what, 5 in the morning or something like that. So yeah, so that will still be. So yeah, so I'll fly. So I'll arrive early morning. Also on Friday too. So it's Wednesday right now, but I'll arrive there on Friday. Time time zones are funny things. But so yeah, it's fun. This USO is nice. They have food, drinks, just great stuff for like active duty, retired people. Just have a place to hang, to be until their flights. And I mean, especially for someone like me, this is nice. I arrived. My flight from California got here early, like 30 minutes earlier, and so I've been here since like what? Since like 4, I think, and my flight is until 11:30. So I'll just kind of be sitting in the international section, doing nothing. Maybe try to get some food or something. Just kind of sit there, all this time and stuff, and it just, it would be exhausting and everything. So yeah. So now the next part of the journey is flying to Fiji, to Nadad, N-A-D-A, Fiji. So I'll be traveling there, um, and that will be like a 13-hour flight. So probably what will end up happening. So I haven't napped or anything, but I'll probably end up falling asleep on the airplane on the ride. Probably I'll be awake for a little bit at the beginning, and then I'll probably fall asleep and be asleep, um, and then wake up, and then I have two. And I think I mentioned this at the beginning of my vlog, or today's vlog. It is 2 parts, so just watch for the next part, for part 2. But this next part is me. So I fly to Fiji, then from Fiji to Auckland, which is actually in New Zealand, and then from Auckland to New Zealand to Palmerston North, which will be the actual place where I get picked up and everything. So yeah, the next part will be the night traveling and stuff, and yeah, so I'm just happy. God has blessed me so far, and I did make a couple of mistakes or some stuff that I'm like, oh, man, I wish I wouldn't have done it this way and done it another way, but you always gotta have stories to tell. So yeah, so the next little bit is going and getting on that airplane, getting checked in, all my bags, flying and everything. So yeah, that's that next part. Hey guys, so the quality is a little bit down on this part of the vlog, but yeah, so now I'm through international security, which was much easier than national. But my goodness, look at this place. This is the national portion. My goodness. Okay, so my flight's at like 10:45, which isn't bad, but my goodness, this is the mall. Well, okay, the next portion you'll see, I'm at my gate. So this is kind of like the last little portion of my trip. I'm now at my terminal, which is 1:55. So I shall now be traveling to Nadad, N-A-D-I-A, or Nadad. I don't know. I'm just not sure. Yeah. So I'm just my last little bit of traveling to New Zealand. Starting. This is the end, the part 2. I'll go ahead and kind of say goodbye to America. Since it will be kind of hard to film on the plane and everything. I'm excited, it's going to be fun, but it's going to be an early morning. We arrive at like 5 in the morning or something like that. It's really, really early. So yeah, so here we go to the last little bit, and I'm so excited and everything. So goodbye to all my American friends, and goodbye to American news. Good to have New Zealand news. Thank you for joining me on part 1 of this trip. Make sure to stay tuned for part 2. Shouldn't be too far after part 1, but part 2 will cover we'll cover kind of the rest of the trip. Yeah, I think I said at the beginning of the video or the vlog that I was going to do to Fiji during my time in Fiji would be part of 1, but I think that may be just part 2. Have that portion be part 2. Have all my little trips, and parts be part of that. And so this is Alex signing off. And make sure to hit that like button. It really helps out and supports the channel, and also commenting about my trip, or subscribing especially. So so thank you for joining me part 1 of my trip. Catch you guys later.